Well, folks, a couple hundred years ago, Thomas Jefferson fought off the Barbary pirates. He sent the United States Navy, even in the nascent state of the United States, to fight off a bunch of pirates from the area of Morocco. Now, the most powerful military on planet Earth seems to be skittish about a bunch of Houthi pirates from Yemen. The Houthis are holding up the shipping through the Bab-el-Mandeb strait, which is a place where about 10% of all world shipping goes through. And now there's talk about not even using that particular area for shipping because of Houthi pirates in the area who are coming from Yemen. The Houthis, you'll recall, are a delisted terror group. They were a terror group that the Biden administration came in and immediately delisted as a terror group upon entry in an attempt to placate the Iranians. Because remember, the Biden administration wanted to make a deal with Iran as they spread their terror tentacles all over the Middle East. Well, now, according to the Wall Street Journal, the press is reporting that the Biden administration is contemplating the use of military force in response to continuing attacks on commercial shipping by the Houthi militia in Yemen. It's about time. The Houthi missile attacks pose the most significant threat to global shipping in decades. They'll continue unless a global coalition unites to stop them. The USS Carney, a destroyer operating in the Red Sea, shot down no fewer than 14 attack drones launched from Houthi-controlled territory in Yemen on Saturday alone. A British warship shot down a Houthi drone after it was dispatched to the region to protect commercial ships. This follows weeks of similar attacks U.S. warships have felt obliged to intercept to protect themselves and other ships. The Houthis have said that their attacks are aimed at stopping Israeli vessels, but apparently, they're not just doing that. They're targeting commercial ships willy-nilly. They struck a Liberian flagship in the Red Sea on Friday, and they launched 2 ballistic missiles, one of which struck another commercial ship as well. This is making the Red Sea non-navigable. Major commercial ship lines have already announced they will cease sending ships into harm's way. Maersk, which is the shipping giant, has stopped sending vessels through the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait between the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden that has become a Houthi fire zone. So let's be real about this. The United States and its allies should be taking strike options against the Houthis to stop them from pursuing these sorts of attacks. Thomas Jefferson was willing to use American military power against the Barbary pirates way back at the beginning of the 19th century. The United States has a massive military advantage over pirates. Okay, you're not talking about taking over Yemen, not talking about restructuring it, not talking about nation building. You're not blowing up a few coastal bases for the Houthis. That's what you're talking about here. Why this is even a question is beyond me. Of course, the United States should take out those Houthi bases. Of course. They should, or aid the Saudis in doing it. Top Biden administration officials, apparently, according to Politico, are actively weighing those options to strike back at the Houthis in Yemen. They've been reluctant to respond militarily against the Houthi attacks on commercial shipping for fear of provoking Iran. Fear of provoking Iran? Seriously? Like, this is the game now. You're afraid of... I noticed that Iran seems rather angry, and they have for several decades at this point. Iran is responsible for the death of thousands of American soldiers in Iraq. Iran is responsible for the metastasis of terror in Lebanon. They're responsible for the metastasis of terror in the Gaza Strip, in Yemen, in Syria, all over the damn place. This bizarre notion that, well, it's all blowback. It's all blowback. You want to talk about bigotry? The bigotry that suggests that the only reason bad people all over the world do bad things is because America is mean. That's idiotic. It turns out people have their own interests, and they pursue those own interests with alacrity, particularly in the face of American weakness. Are you traveling for the holidays? Well, if so, Pure Talk has you covered. They just added international roaming to over 30 countries. That's right. Whether you're making calls on a beach in the Bahamas, on the steps of Buckingham Palace, or at your villa in Santorini, you can dial away. And here is the best part. No rate increase. Pure Talk still saves the average family almost $1,000 a year with plans starting at just $20 a month. Pure Talk is the gift that keeps on giving. They put you on America's most dependable 5G network. Their coverage is second to none. Stop dragging your feet. Switch on over to Pure Talk, a veteran-owned wireless company with simply the best U.S. customer service team. Now with international roaming to over 30 countries. I've been using Pure Talk myself for a couple of years now, do all my business calls with it. You know, I consider my calls really important. So if I'm using Pure Talk, you know you can trust it. Go to puretalk.com/Shapiro. Make that switch right now. You'll also save an additional 50% off your first month. That's puretalk.com/Shapiro to start saving on wireless today. Pure Talk is indeed simply smarter wireless. Go check them out right now. puretalk.com/Shapiro. In a world filled with uncertainties, you need to be prepared for any possibility. You need My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is your trusted partner for emergency preparedness. They're the country's largest preparedness company. They're more than equipped to stock your shelves. So, whether it's a natural disaster, a sudden emergency, or unforeseen circumstances, My Patriot Supply's high-quality food storage solutions ensure you and your loved ones are always well-fed, no matter what comes your way. If you want to be prepared for anything, you need to visit preparewithben.com. Right now, you'll get $60 off a much-needed 4-week emergency supply from My Patriot Supply. Their 4-week emergency food kit provides delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners that last up to 25 years in storage. You can even customize your supply with a mega protein kit with real meat or gluten-free options. These kits provide over 2,000 calories every day. They're simple to prepare. Just add water and heat, and then eat. If you order by 3 p.m., your food kit will ship fast on the same day with free shipping. You stick it in the closet, you forget about it, and then one day when you need it, it's already there. Invest in your safety and well-being by securing your food storage today. Go to preparewithben.com. Start your 4-week emergency supply. Again, go to preparewithben.com right now. That's preparewithben.com and get started right now protecting your family. And let's be real about this. If America can't guarantee the freedom of the seas against a few ragtag pirate dolts in the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait, what the hell do you think China... You want to talk about what China's thinking? So there's been a lot of talk about how the pullout from Afghanistan, the precipitous pullout from Afghanistan and collapse of Afghanistan to the Taliban, how that incentivized Vladimir Putin to take Ukraine or attempt to take Ukraine, and how what's going on in Ukraine is then going to have knockover effects and follow-on effects with regard to China looking at Taiwan. Well, one of the reasons why China would be concerned about taking Taiwan is because American economic interests would be threatened. Taiwan is the producer of 92% of the world's sophisticated microchips. Not only that, Chinese naval activity in the South China Sea threatens the free shipping of the world and radically changes the global economy. Well, China might be thinking pretty seriously, do I want to take on deep water, blue water navies like the United States, even in my own backyard? Is that a conflict I want to take on if the United States is really actually confident about trying to protect global shipping? Well, if the United States can't even protect shipping in the Red Sea against a bunch of pathetic pirates, Houthi pirates, illiterate jackasses, why exactly would China look at America's naval power and shudder? They would have to believe that going up against the Chinese, the United States is liable to be a lot more wary and careful than they would against, the Houthis. But still, everybody continues to futz around. Chris Van Hollen, same person who's saying, I'm very worried about civilian casualties in the Gaza Strip. Same idiot. He says, I worry about escalation in the Red Sea. Oh, do you? Do you worry about that escalation? I noticed the escalation is already happening from the Houthis who are attacking ships.
How worried are you that this is about to escalate? And actually, should it escalate in terms of the United States actually attacking these Houthi positions in Yemen?
Well, I worry a lot about escalation, both in the Red Sea area with the Houthis. And as you say, we've shot down their drones. We also have to keep an eye on the northern front with Hezbollah. This is why President Biden sent 2 aircraft carriers groups to the region to prevent that kind of escalation, to send a message to Iran, to Hezbollah and others. So look, I think that the administration has been smart in terms of how it's responded to those attacks. But clearly the risk of an American being killed in the process is high, and that would obviously create a big response from the United States.
Or the United States could, not wait until an American is killed and just eviscerate the Houthis without, again, engaging in nation building. You're talking about whether the world's most formidable military, the most formidable military in history, is capable of tamping down a small kitchen fire. That is what you're talking about right now. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.